We're on. Well, I've got a bone to pick with you.
With me?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Are we in? Is it running? Yeah. Okay.
I offered you coffee.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. I apologize. I had a coffee.
You got to say shit like that, man. It's a huge insult.
To if a Jew,
not Jew, Bedouin. Look it up.
What's Bedouin? That was also a word that I thought that was like autocorrect.
Look up Bedouin.
How do you spell
refusing coffee? Bedouin. Refusing coffee.
I thought you were just fucking with me.
It's desert people.
I have another question to ask you about our beefs. We have these long-running beefs, apparently.
What beefs? Beef curtains?
I have to ask you, because every time we post stuff, people are in comments going, fuck that Ari guy, don't mind what he says.
Oh, it's great.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I'm a troll, and I'm still living in their brains. I've said has won, and years later they're still super upset about me.
But they're leaving it on my stuff when you're not involved in it. They go, I don't care what Ari says or whatever. They go, I'm Team Colum. Fuck Ari.
I don't care what Ari says.
Things like that. I don't know.
That's funny, but I don't know.
I thought you might have just said something on a podcast one time.
I might have one time and then forgot about it. People are like, can you believe this? Sometimes I got a text from not Dan St. Germain. Who's the other one that looks like him? Fat, bearded.
Sean Patton?
No. Another one. Bearded, but Irish descent.
Oh, Sean Donnelly?
Sean Donnelly. And we were just talking on somebody's podcast, and I was like, yes, fucking he's recovering. People are like, what recovering what? I'm like, the fucking heart attack. And they're like, he had a heart attack? I'm like, a stroke? I don't know exactly, but yeah, I think he's out of the hospital now. And then I forgot about it completely. And then a month later, he was like, I just got a text, fuck you. And I'm like, what? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, did you look up refusing coffee in Bedouin culture?
Oh, here we go. So, wait, first of all, this is what? Fatam? Fatam.com?
Fatwa is what I'm about to fucking put on you.
Fatwa. Oh, like the thing in Larry David where they were like, I'm not a fatwa you. That? What does that mean? That the Arabs have a hit on me?
It may be. I mean, when you refuse coffee.
How to drink coffee like a Bedouin. Oh, tops off. There go all the...
Tapsaf. Do you have that? Tapsaf?
Yeah. Going. Oh, no. That was too much. Is this what a fatwa is?
Yeah, this is my version of fatwa. You're going to have to do this with me naked.
Yes, I need some Febreze.
I'm sorry. Ooh, that's ripe, too. I haven't showered for a day or two.
Stop. Why are you doing this? This is not the plan. Dude, we're doing like 2 hours here.
Inappropriate.
You can't start, and then he's fucking fluffing up.
Wow.
You know what? I sniffed Ari's belly button the other day, and it was one of the most disgusting things. He stuck his finger in his belly button, and then we all smelled it on you know what, dude. And honestly, it was one of the worst.
I really thought everyone's belly buttons smelled like that.
Well, you were a little bit almost embarrassed because you went, oh shit, that's not normal.
Yeah, I was like, I thought it just smells.
Honestly, I think you have like an infection or a bacteria. No, I cannot, please.
I have an affection.
For the love of fucking God. Every time I think about it, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
It's my smell, so I'm a little used to it, but it's still not great.
It's the worst. Can you do it? Can I get Fonz over here to fucking... No, sniff his finger.
You want me to sniff his finger? He's got his dick out. Ain't happening.
Oh.
I'm not going to rush you. Go on that side of the table so I won't touch you.
You got long arms. You want me to sniff your belly button?
Yeah.
Your finger.
Yeah, get over here. We're going to get one of the... Fonzie, the internet.
I guess go over there so you can get on camera.
Yeah, so
I won't touch you with
Get to the wide shot. Just keep his dick out off the camera, can we?
Okay, ready?
He's going to sniff his finger, dude.
Yeah, you bring my hand in. You bring it in.
He's on puke. I'm gonna puke too.
Oh my God.
Just
I really got it with the nail on that one.
Just the memory alone.
I'm almost certain that was in your asshole.
It was not my asshole.
Oh,
It's a different smell than an asshole smell.
Fucking hell.
I just remembered how bad it was, dude. Honest, stop, please. It's crazy. Ugh. All right, so where do we go from here now that you're naked? Like, what was?
I mean, what's your regular podcast? This is what you get for refusing someone's coffee offer.
Yeah,
I suffer for it.
No, you did it because you're the man.
No, that was unrelated.
Good for you, but it's crazy, right? You have to Google that. You need to go to the doctor and just get them to rub. I don't know what it is, but you've got an infection or something crazy.
That's right, Colm.
Yeah. All right, you think you take coffee seriously? Wait until you see how Bedouins brew the good stuff. Blah, blah, blah.
It's not how they brew it as cardamom or shit like that. It's just how you can't refuse it. It's a super insult to refuse coffee.
And who are these people?
They're desert people.
Just desert Arabs?
Yeah, they're like Arabs that the Jews will be like, yeah, you guys are fine.
Why?
They let them live there.
Because no one else will.
They don't have guns. They got like camels. Nobody ever died by camel attack.
Mm.
Nobody ever planted a camel in a discotheque in Tel Aviv and fucking destroyed a family.
That's your issue with the Arabs, is that they blow up stuff?
It's one of the. I wouldn't say I don't have an issue with that. I wouldn't say I'm fine with that part.
That's your main issue with the Arabs.
Yeah, it's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
What's this podcast all about? What do you normally do?
We should just talk about whatever's in the news. Whatever comes to our mind.
Do you know where the name news came? You know where the word news came from? Was it
because olds was taken? Come on now. Clip it. Put that on Instagram. That's the one. What is it?
Northeast, west, south.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
All over.
Yeah, okay. Where'd you learn that? On your travels?
I don't know. From reading once ever?
No one reads the news and goes, oh, I better figure out why it's called the news.
I wasn't like in the middle of news. I was like, hold on. I got to back up on this story. Far.
No. You've traveled to have you? Is there anywhere you haven't traveled to that you want to?
Oh, yeah. Philippines.
The Philippines.
Came to mind right now. Yeah, I was trying to go. I spent like 4 months in Southeast Asia. And just going all over.
Yeah.
And then one of the goals was to go to the Philippines and learn scuba diving. Probably my first week, I was in Myanmar, the British say. You're colonialists. And I was like, I've always wanted to learn scuba diving, but I've never, had time to take like a week and learn it. And this guy was like, he had just come from the Philippines, and he was like, how long are you traveling for? I'm like, I don't know, 2 to 5 months. And he goes, so then you have time.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I guess I do. I got it in right at the very end.
And
but never in the Philippines. I didn't go to the Philippines. I went to East Timor.
And that's where you learned how to scuba dive?
Yeah.
And did you get like a license or just?
Yeah, 18 meters, and then I got my 30 meters. What's the one after that? I don't know. Deep sea, whatever. Yeah. Right after that, Bali. Irish love Bali, right?
Yeah, Irish love Bali.
Yeah, Australians and Irish. You guys come together. You guys come together. I'm starting to see now all these people coming together. I saw who's the fucking super queer who hosts at the Cellar? Mayron. Yeah. He's fan myself queer.
Yeah, Mayron's like
yeah. He wouldn't have a problem with
on fire.
Yeah,
gay.
On fire.
Like he doesn't even say he's gay. Well, he does, but it's like
he'd be insulted not to be included in a hate crime. That's how gay he is. And he had this sweet fucking smoking jacket,
Yeah.
And he was wearing it. I was like, dude,
he wears bedazzled stuff, like glittery fucking.
And I was like, dude, that's badass. And then he was like, try it on, and I did, and it looked cool. He's way bigger than me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he fills up on cock.
Yeah. It's a big boy.
Yeah. But I was like, that's where gays and Jews come together. Gays and hipsters come together is on the jacket.
On the jacket.
Yeah. Hipsters and gays. Like they meet in certain areas.
Yeah.
Gays and Jews meet at the Schwitz, at the sauna.
Okay. Yeah.
Irish and Australians meet in Bali.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Thailand.
That's true. Yeah. Thailand's another one.
Cheap beers, beaches is where Irish and Australians are like, it's just bogan. What's your bogan? You got one? Is there a word for it?
Scumbag was always one.
Scumbag.
Yeah. We used to say knacker for the longest time, but then
isn't that tired?
Knackered? Yes. Knackered means you're tired, but knacker is more like a traveler.
Oh, really?
Because they would a knacker someone who's like he does something with horses.
Oh,
he puts horseshoes or something. But now it became offensive, so you can't say knacker.
Really?
Yeah. So
what do you say now instead? The N word? Gotta go full circle.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we never really say that word too often in Ireland.
Knackered.
Well, that is actually man. Oh no, that's a K.
It's K. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Maybe that's the only part. If you put a K before the N word.
That's how we get away with it. It's the K word.
Oh no, you guys don't know. I didn't. It's not spelled the way. It's pronounced the same, but that's a misconception.
We used to say it in nursery rhymes growing up.
Really?
Yeah. It was eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch the M word by the toe.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We always had Tiger.
Did you?
Yeah. I could see how the shift would go. It's spelled nearly the same way. Do you know how Tiger Woods got his name? His mom's Thai. His dad's black.
That's good. Yeah. That's a funny one. Did you make that one up?
No, someone else did for sure. But it was when I was little. It was for sure when I was still in high school. Right when he came out, I was like, yeah, that's how he gets it. I was convinced it was true.
Oh wow, yeah, maybe
His
maybe
mom's
some.
from Thailand. His dad's black.
Yeah, you forget that he's Asian a lot, don't you?
Yeah, you do. He fucks like a black.
He does.
Yeah.
What's he up to now? Is he still fucking everyone, or did he
I
find?
think he got divorced, so he's allowed now.
He got in that car crash like a year ago.
But he's back. Can't keep
that's the Asian in him because you can't drive.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Not bad.
That was good, Fonzie. That's maybe there's some
Clip that. Put it on Instagram.
maybe there's some power to the smell of your belly button.
Yeah, let me get back over there.
Yeah. Soak it up.
Still so bad. All right, wait. There was a fat TikToker. This will be funny.
Okay.
Let's pull that article up, please.
She's not. She's fat.
Are you kidding me?
I was gonna say she's not that fat, but she's.
Then you scroll down and saw her face.
What is it? Is it more or less than Bert Kreischer? It's even to Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, 240. But what's the height? 5'2".
Doesn't matter.
It does.
What are you talking about? 240 is 240. Doesn't matter how high up it goes.
No, because
The weight is on the horse.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about whether or not a person is fat.
Oh, right.
At 240 doesn't mean you're fat.
Right.
Because you could be an NBA player at 300.
It's funny when girls, if a woman breaks a chair, like if a chair breaks on a fat dude, it's like you're gonna get made fun of.
Yeah,
no funny. Doubt. But if a woman breaks, it's like how you're fat, but it's like you're still thinner than like Lewis.
Yeah.
But so it's like your weight, just because it's too much for a woman, doesn't mean your actual weight.
Yeah, you got to be really
chair.
You got to be really heavy to be a fat woman, right?
Yeah.
Or not?
Vader, who has been candid about her recent outpatient treatment for binge eating disorder, declined to comment further on the incident.
In our initial TikTok post on Saturday, Beta shared a video on the ranch with the text over saying, "Shout out to Deep Hollow Ranch in Montauk for making me leave because I weigh over 240 pounds."
Okay, so hold on. So I want to see the best in everybody. So when she says shout out to them, I think she's saying like that's great that they care about their animals and shout out to them for making me leave.
Yeah, otherwise it would have been cruelty.
A lot of these places would have been like, hey, it's good advertising to get a well-known TikToker to be on the horse, but shout out to them. Shout out to them for protecting a horse over a 240-pound person.
Yo, this is the first time we've ever been sided with animals.
I weigh over 240, which means 298.
Of course.
Yeah.
When they go, what do you weigh? She goes, more than 240.
Yeah, more than 50.
Clearly, I've rode horses before, and I have never had this issue. And then it's tough to say this gigantic beast that we used to use instead of cars. For the longest time.
Okay, there's a guide on how much a horse can carry. The guide states a rider should not be more than 15% of the horse's weight.
So what was a little Shetland pony?
I know, but all the guys who ride horses professionally are like tiny little.
Tiny.
Yeah.
They fucking malnourished themselves.
There's also
in Ireland,
options for best horse breeds for plus size rider.
The horse jockeys in Ireland, but like they won't eat and stuff when they're teenagers, trying to like shrink their bodies so that they can make it as
really?
Jockeys. Yeah, it's it's like the opposite of bulking up.
Damn.
They just starve themselves. So they're all like 5'2", just fucking tiny little elves smashing these horses. The best horse breeds for plus size riders. There's a list of options for the best horse breeds for plus size riders. Wow. They actually did that. They made a list.
They did make a list. So it's like this reminds me when we were in Edinburgh together. I think
2016.
Was it 16?
That was the last time I was there.
I wasn't doing the Jew thing then, was I? No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was the other hour. Oh, that makes more sense. But somebody won Best Newcomer, and then she got real woke and fucking political, like a lot of comics do. Mm-hmm. And the NIH came up with a study that says you're more susceptible to cancer if you're overweight.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, it's fat shaming.
I know, yeah.
And NIH just responded like, hey, that's just what the science has. We're not saying you can't be fat. We're just saying you are more susceptible to cancer. Yeah. By the way, you can eat chicken skin also. You're more susceptible to fucking heart block. We're not trying to shame anyone eating chicken skin. It's just like these are the things. If you have too much Advil, you might get an ulcer.
Yeah.
But I need Advil. It's all right. Then take the risk. I don't know what to tell you. Be fat if you want. They just responded to her like, this isn't fat shaming. This is what it's like. What do you want us to not tell people about their fucking susceptibility to fucking cancers?
Did she block you? Did she?
What?
Did she block you?
No, I didn't get involved in it.
Oh, I thought you were replying this.
No. The NIH responded to her.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they're like, hey, we're not going to go against the science on this. I don't know what you want to... anyway, so this shit too, it's like, what do you want me to tell you? There's like a list of things here, but we're in the fucking culture now, which is like, I'd rather get some likes by calling out and trying to ruin a business rather than just going like, hey, can I talk to you guys?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because she could, the same, like almost logic. She's like, I cannot fit into these medium-sized jeans.
Yeah, so it's the jeans' fault.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the poor horse is like, please. They had
shaking. And like,
ask how the horse feels. Yeah, it's like another fat fucking bitch.
Yeah, get a pack horse.
There is something as I can never quite come to terms with, like the idea of like fat people deserve some sort of a.
It's like I get you don't want to be mocked to your face, but there's like that's fair.
Okay.
But then at the same time, they're like, we should celebrate you. It's like, that's retarded.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's nuts. Why?
No one else gets celebrated.
And by the way, thin people don't get celebrated. Like,
look at this.
awesome.
Perfect body. Yeah. People love it. Like a prisoner of war who just got rescued.
Yeah.
He's waving at a helicopter.
Please, I can't do another week on this island.
You do look like you just made a help sign on the beach.
All I have is coconut curry here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but I think fatties are the worst. Of all the people, fatties are the worst because it does seem like they just completely...
Also, they're gross, so why would we don't even want to talk to you in the first place. The fact that we're even talking to you is a coup on your part.
It's because those big fat titties. You lose those big fat titties, no one fucking gives a fuck about
I love when you have an uppity fat person and you're like, hey, honestly, you're overstepping just living. Nobody wants you around. It's disgusting in any culture, except maybe Tahitian and Korean. And it's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm being nice enough.
Yeah. It's crazy that you're just talking and then you reach down and you just
scratch my balls.
Yeah. It's crazy that you're doing this. I don't know. Stop, dude, please.
Yeah.
Put it in my mouth. What, we just turned into Jackass now?
Shit out of the coffee.
Yeah, but the problem is with these, is that what it is? Because I didn't know you were a fucking desert Arab. I didn't know you were a desert Muslim.
Yeah, I don't know this fucking chick's problem. Quit fucking going straight to the fucking press about everything. Just handle it yourself for once.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, you know what it's going to do. It's going to bring them tons of heat and fucking pressure, way more than you're actually looking for. You're never going to go back there. You're not asking for a refund. You know, you're not like when you used to go like, hey, Delta, you fucking delayed my flight and how dare you not give me the fucking diamond status. You're just hoping they go, okay. You put pressure on us. You can have your diamond status. You know, you're not hoping for this. You're just trying to destroy something. So you're negative. This is hate speech. This is hate speech. You're drawing someone to somebody. At this point, no TikToker, no one's in the public eye doesn't know this now, that it is just screaming fire in a crowded theater. You're trying to destroy somebody. Me and DeVito, we landed in Kansas City. We saw some lady, 60, maybe 55-year-old white woman. She's holding a sign for a friend to come. Just some, thin white lady. And the sign just said Karen. And we were both like, damn, that's a good picture. But we're like, you can't. Even that, you can't take the picture. Because if you take it and post it, maybe it turns into a meme.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll just like hunt her down. Oh, I know, that's my fucking friend's mom. And then they'll just like start shitting on their boss, and then it'll get them fired. You just can't do it. You can talk about it, but you can't take pictures of anybody anymore. Yeah. And this lady is fucking irresponsible.
Did you say she has
that fucking Peng Deng cunt that's fucking passed at the cellar now? How embarrassing is that?
Oh, he sat in that same chair?
You didn't have him in
No, here. Kevin Brennan had him on, actually.
Ugh.
Kevin Brennan had him on because fucking he's a prick.
Yeah.
I don't think he said one word. I think Kevin Brennan, and who was the guy who was on him? That Kevin Brennan rented the studio.
What did Kevin Brennan say to him?
He just did the Asian voices at him. He just kept calling him as fucking whatever.
He didn't go public with that?
No.
Yeah.
No. You only
Even if he was just like, hey, looking
get
back, that was wrong to not just go to the guy. But to refuse to say he's wrong at all, it's like when I'm in the room, like, hey, make sure this guy doesn't come in the room. He has to pouch his cell phone. He's not allowed to have a cell phone. He's actually more of a problem than these audience members.
Yeah.
Oh, how embarrassing is it the Comedy Cellar past that guy? He's 2 years away from a fucking showcase at Eastville. That's his talent level. And he's past at the cellar. Fucking rat cunt.
You got a lot of opinions. Now, I like Ari a lot, but just you've got good morals, oddly.
Yeah.
On the surface, it seems like you're a horrible person.
You live by a code.
You do have a code,
yeah.
But the code does sometimes cause you to be less nice, but it's more respectable.
Yeah, you got to live by the code.
And
when you break the code, you got to like have a contingency plan. Like you always fuck up. It's like Christianity has the fucking box.
The box, the confession box.
Yeah. It's like you live by the laws, but they have a just in case you fuck
Chris-
up, they have a way to like correct it too.
Being Catholic is the best. It's just like a no. It doesn't matter what you do. As soon as you're about to die, you go sorry about that.
No.
Just before you, unless you crash, die in a car crash, you go fuck.
Yeah, right before you go to space, you do that confession hard.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, something very dangerous, you do a hard confession, and then don't do anything else. It's like getting tested for venereal disease before you fuck some chick. It's like, all right, then no fucking for a week. I got my clean bill of health. I'm pretty much a virgin.
Yeah.
Now we can fuck.
The only
I just gotta not let some dude blast in my pussy for 1 week.
How imagine what a world.
What about?
Yeah, Catholic's great. The Catholic's good, and it's a good one on your deathbed. I don't know what do you guys.
But you have to know you're about to die.
But you guys know. No, but I'm saying to talking to someone who's dying, it's nice to be like, or when someone just dies, you go, they're in a better place. You know, it's like that type of stuff. It's like a very nice.
It's for yourself.
Do you have somewhere where you go, or is it done?
Purgatory. Jews. I'm atheist, but like Jews have purgatory. 11 months of purgatory, no matter what. Good or bad.
That's like what's that? Limbo.
Non-negotiable.
What's purgatory?
Yeah,
Limbo?
it's like a cleansing area.
Cleansing, like a spa.
They got to scrub you down before you can get into heaven. You got to be clean in heaven. So they got to scrub off all your sins, all your plaque. You developed a bunch of plaque on your soul.
Your belly button.
Yeah, exactly. That's a bunch of sins held up. That's every bacon, lettuce, cheese, the sandwich I've eaten is fucking in there.
And then you go to Jew heaven.
And then you go to heaven. Yeah,
Jew
Christians
heaven.
can go to Jew heaven too.
What week I can?
Yeah, you just have to live by the 7 laws of Noah, which is
Okay.
like don't rape, don't
God,
kill,
who cares?
don't eat animals alive.
Alive?
Yeah.
Don't eat an alive animal?
Yeah.
Do I do that?
No, fish doesn't count. You can't eat a fish alive. They're too dumb. But no other animals. So they're pretty easy ones. Look up 7 laws of Noah. I forget what they are. Those 3.
Don't rape. That's in our one too.
Easy one.
You took that from us. Don't
Judeo-Christian, not Christian Judeo.
Okay. Yeah, just because we're nice.
7 laws of Noah. Okay, blasphemy. Oh, that's a tough one. Idolatry. That's
Blasphemy
also a tough one. That's like, come on. What do you mean? They're not in like. Of course, they're gonna worship idols. Adultery. Don't cheat on your wife or fuck somebody's wife. I think. Bloodshed.
So don't
Theft.
kill. Is bloodshed murder? Is bloodshed like
Oh, they don't have rape and murder?
eating the blood of a living animal? So you can't even.
Oh, bloodshed is murder. Okay.
Bloodshed is murder.
Yeah, theft. That makes sense. It's like
What-
you should not steal.
What if I try to murder someone and they live?
You didn't do it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
See,
It's fine. It'll still get you to go to heaven. So that's when people convert. They're like, don't, dude. You got it easy. You got straight to heaven easy right now. You're gonna trade these 7 for 613. That's retarded, Alex.
what's 613?
Commandments for Jews.
You have 613 commandments?
Yeah, you got 7.
That's-
We have these too. It's not like we don't have these.
You got these plus the fucking
Plus, yeah, plus how many more?
606.
Yep.
I couldn't even remember the original number. That's what. Yeah, look at Fonzie, the fucking idiot too. He's like, what the fuck? Yes. So you got them.
The TikTok would be like, it's less than 613.
So from those commandments, that's where you have all the don't go out on Friday night or whatever.
Yeah, you can go out. You just can't use electricity.
You can go out. I thought you weren't allowed to leave the house once the sun goes down.
You can't travel with carrying something from place to place.
You can't
unless,
carry
unless you're in a walled city. Walled city, you can travel. You can carry stuff.
Yeah. How come B&H isn't allowed to make money on Friday nights?
You can't work.
But they're not working. It's like their
business.
The website.
They go stronger.
They grow stronger.
They go stronger than you have to. You can be like, hey, no Jews are working, but the business can stay open. But they're like, let's be strict.
Okay.
But their employees love it. They get off paid holidays. They have so many Jewish holidays. And I was like, does that matter? He goes, no, they pay us. It's crazy.
It's incredible. Because
Yeah.
you'll go in there and they'll have like on the sign, they'll be like, we're closed for 4 weeks. See you later.
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah, it's crazy. And they pay them all. I'm like, what? They're like, I know. Because I worked at fucking Sam Ash before. They didn't treat me as well as these fucking Jews treat me.
And are Jews known for being good employees or whatever? Employers? No.
No,
Usually they're like-
they have a misconception for cheapness. It's not that they're cheap. It's just they don't like wasting money.
Yeah.
So they will like just put money into like real things. They give charity and stuff, plenty. But they're like, they will make it tax deductible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're not going to just give an extra $1 away for the government and not claim it. You know.
Yeah.
It's like if you're with somebody. I was with my niece, and she had they gave 10% discount to NYU students. So fine, whatever. So she was the only one among us who was an NYU student, and it was like she gets 10% off. I'm like, oh hey, you didn't give 10% off. So there's 6 people there, 10% off one burger. And so it's like, if it was me, I'm like, it's $1.50. We're not doing this.
It's principle.
We're not doing this. And they're like, why? What do you mean? Why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah,
Go back and do a new check. Why would you pay the extra $1.50?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Irish culture is the opposite.
Just pay.
If someone did that, you wouldn't be allowed out with them again. They would embarrass you. They would call you a cheap Jew.
Yeah.
They would call you Jewish as an insult.
As an insult if you're not Jewish.
If you're not
Jewish. You're acting like a fucking Jew right now.
Are you a fucking Jew? Or they say you're from Cavan, which doesn't even make sense because everywhere in Ireland's the exact same. But they go, that village is where all the cheap people are.
Oh, that's funny.
But it's culturally, it's horrible. Like the amount of times I've spent money that I don't have because of like sort of this like, I don't know, bravado or whatever.
I don't know. Dropkick Murphys.
Was that what that was? Cut to an ad. We gotta interrupt the podcast for 1 second because I got a merch drop, baby. We did it. We're like the kids. We're like the Nelk brothers going around fingering underage. Whatever pranks they're doing. You know these Nelk brothers, they're always pranking people. Hey, I came in your coffee. So I've got a merch drop now, like the kids do. It's a limited run only. It ends July 15th. Yeah, so today is June 15th until July 15th. So for the next 4 weeks, there's an opportunity for you to buy this merch. It's only available at columtyrrell.com. Head over there right now. Help me support this podcast. Get yourself a fucking pimping goat shirt. Does anyone ever call you the goat? Because it's meaningless these days. That's what we have. We are the goats. And also, what everyone does in the comments on YouTube, they leave funny comments that something to do with the algorithm. People just started doing it one day. It's pretty funny. They always say things like, hey, you know, the algorithm moved into my neighborhood and now I can't afford my rent. Or they'll say stuff like, that algorithm, turned off his dash cam when he fucking searched me or whatever. They're always alluding to the algorithm as like a negative thing or whatever. It's like, oh, dude, I remember the algorithm when it was only 19 years old and now look at it. 35 and on the shelf. So what we're doing as a special promotion for this merch drop is if you leave a comment at the end of next week's episode, I'll read the best comments and then the best comment will get to win a shirt. So make sure you leave a comment making fun of the algorithm and then you're in a chance to win a shirt. And if you want to just avoid all that and buy the shirt, head over to columtyrrell.com. Boys, what's up? You want to be a man? You want to be a real man? In order to be a real man in this world, you got to own a home. None of this renting bullshit. None of this living with your parents. All right? No woman wants to fuck you in a rented home. I don't care if it's a penthouse in that place that Jennifer Lopez lives, the big tall building that costs too much money. If you don't own a floor of that building, you're a little bitch-ass bitch. So that's why I'm here to help you. I've teamed up with Mortgage CS to take away the stress of buying a home. Buying a home is very overwhelming. All of my friends that didn't pursue a career in stand-up comedy are rich and they earn a lot of money. And they have the ability now to buy a home because they got married at 26 and they've got 15 kids. And now they're buying homes. I'm still barely able to afford my breakfast. But listen, I'm told that Mortgage CS takes away a lot of the stress from buying a home. Mortgage CS works with you to find the perfect loan program for your situation. So listen, if you're listening here and you think that maybe your financial income isn't up to the standards of Mortgage CS, that is not the case. They will literally take in any bum. Do not quote me on that. That is not legal. I will have to correct that at the end of this fucking read. Terms and conditions apply. Batteries not included. Most mortgage lenders will try to push you through the process without showing you all the options. This is again a thing that I'm told constantly by all of my friends, but not Mortgage CS. They will show you a range of options. They deal with you one-on-one. Their CEO is a personable guy. You can text the CEO directly. But listen, Don't take my word for it. Head over to Mortgage CS, which stands for Concierge Service. Okay, so look, it's French, so there's no way they're lying. Visit mortgagecs.com/comedy to schedule your call today. If you're buying a home, it's one of the hardest things right now, especially in the country that we live in. But Mortgage CS is here to help you. You can text our CEO, Benjamin Benny boy, right now. Do you reckon that's his real name?
Yeah.
Or is Ben like a thing where they go Benji's? They've associated Ben with like Benji's, hundos. So you think money, you think quality, you think Ben.
It could be.
The guy's name is David. The guy's name is Ari David Shaffir. That's who's fucking.
Benjamin is also.
Is Benji fucking?
Shylock name?
Whoa!
I thought that was fair play.
I don't know. Listen, that was the computer. All right. Anyway, you can text Ben. Text him. Go. What's up, Ben? You up? I need a home. Are you up, Ben? It's 4 a.m. on a Sunday morning. I'm drunk and I need to fucking sign up for mortgagecs.com. Take out your phone and dial 267-391-7425 anytime, day or night. Christmas Day, they don't celebrate it. So you can text them the weekends. You get the VIP treatment, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, maybe a little bit of nip. Just mention Collie sent you and he will hook you up. Do that. That's important, honestly. Just text this guy and go, yo, Collie told me to talk to you. Not convinced? Google Mortgage CS and read over 200 5-star reviews. That is Mortgage CS, mortgagecs.com/comedy. Do it now. Do it today. This advertisement is not a commitment to lend or extend credit. Mortgage CS, an equal housing opportunity mortgage broker. All loans are subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions may apply. Back to the show. And we're back. I hope you bought that, whatever that was. Whatever I'm pretending to love this week. You've had a lot of sponsors leave you over the years, haven't
Oh,
you?
yeah. Quite a few.
I don't know if we can cut this, dude. Didn't you start like a project about that before? Or?
Yeah, I wanted to. I got to get back to that, actually. Now that I've done with the special, I got to get back to that.
So.
Podcast ad reads that have lost you the podcast sponsorship. I want to make an album. If you have the actual read, I got to get back to that. Actually, I forgot about it.
Are you're allowed to use that then?
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Like, it's not theirs. You're doing the ad read. It's your project. So the first few times it was like, we need you to delete that. Come on. Segura got me an ad for Sattva mattresses.
Ooh.
And then I was like, okay, sweet. You know, this was back. He was like, it's $1,000, dude. Like when that was like, we weren't getting that.
Wow.
You know. And I was like, damn. And he's the businessman. He goes, I got all my friends, whatever. So I did the ad read. I was like, you know, Tom got it. And he uses it. And he gets like, you know, his wife pegs him. He straps on a dildo and fucks him in the ass. And he's like, you know, she's like, crush him. And he's like, it hurts, stop. But really, he doesn't want you to stop. And they don't know. They have it in. I got to find it. Well, it's gone. And he's bleeding, you know, and he's fucking, but his knees are fine. His knees are soft on the sofa mattress. Yeah, and I it was just a great one. They were laughing. They were like, they made a little video of them listening to it because somebody's like, you got to listen to this one. This is the old days of the podcast. I was still living in LA, and they're just dying laughing listening to it. And then he's like, hey man, they called. They're really upset. Can you take it down? I was like, what? It was a great one.
Oh no!
And then the word was getting out.
Yeah.
And they're hearing this fucking ad. They're like, they're a family company, and he's like, please, dude, take it down because it's going to cost us all this ad. That's the only way to really get to me is put pressure on other people.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, fuck, it's hard to stick to your morals when it's bothering other people.
Mm.
So I took it down, and then I've taken another one down. And then by the last one, they're like, why don't you take this down? I was like, oh, no.
Just
this relationship is already over. I know it's already over. So no, I'm not doing extra work now.
Yeah.
So you can continue to not pay me.
Mm-hmm.
You're just a non-business partner now.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not going to go back and delete it. I get it. We're done. But no, it's staying up.
Yeah, but no one listens if it's not at least something. People always complain about like the ads too. It's like if they're long because I'm talking about something that has nothing to do with the product.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like just making fun.
Bird had it once, and they got mad at him for. This is one of the early ones that it's kind of an influence where he talked about. I think it was proflowers.com or something like that. And he's like, Valentine's Day, you know, you gotta give your wife girlfriend flowers, you know. And then he's like, like fucking men don't need flowers. The girl's not getting anything out of sex. Only the guy's getting something out of sex. They're not getting anything out of it, right? And it was like a 35-minute. He just went off on like the relationship disparities between men and women. Like we have to be paying for the idea that they'll let us have sex, and it's kind of ridiculous. And they started to get mad, but then the orders started coming in.
Oh,
and it was like, yeah, you got a 35-minute ad read on 1 minute.
well, yeah.
Like, you should just be happy with that. So now I tell everybody, I'm like, this will be in my own words, and I will be riffing. And sometimes it'll be boring, and sometimes it will be very exciting, and it'll go past your morals. But like, I will not shit on the product. You know, sometimes I shit on the product though.
I did hit Burr once, though, and he was like halfway through an ad read. He's like, "What is this? This is fucking stupid."
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Why would you even buy this?
Yeah,
It's
he's
like,
like,
just-
oh,
he's
this
like,
is done.
just-
We're done. We're done with this.
He was
Yeah.
like, "Just go to the store, pick it yourself. You don't need a box of fruit. What
yeah,
the fuck?"
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, Sherry's Berries.
Cherry's Berries
Yeah.
was good though.
And he was
wasn't
like,
it?
we're done. Because he's like, I don't even support this. He's like reading it on the spot for the first time because somebody's bringing the ads. He's like, oh, this is dumb. I had one for the Masterworks.
Yeah.
You know them?
No.
That you invest in art, so you couldn't buy a Picasso,
Oh,
right? But
yes.
like Bezos could. So it's like, well, this is a way you get like you get a share in whatever.
Yeah.
And at first it's like, oh, that's cool, you can own art. And then the more I realize, I'm like, oh no, you actually don't own art. It's not even a timeshare, like a house that you get
Yeah.
for 2 weeks a month. You can't ever touch it.
It's just like
It's
like
just an investment.
owning a star or a piece.
Yeah,
It's like owning a piece of the moon.
Right. And so it's like, oh, this actually goes against what so I was like, I did the first one, then I was like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. And then like, no, just try it. I'm like, okay. And I tried it, and I was like, guys, buy art to put on your fucking wall. That's what a normal person does. But if you're some fucking dumb investor who doesn't respect art in any way, then this is a good way, I guess, to make money. And then they're like, hey, we don't want to do this anymore. But I was like, okay, they paid me out though. It was like, I read the fucking thing.
Yeah. And my favorite is Sheet, though, because you know the guy who does Sheet underwear.
Yeah.
He's like, I love edgy stuff.
Yeah.
And once he said that, I was like, all right, I go
great.
crazy.
He does.
I go crazy on
He
his
does.
stuff.
All he wants to know is with the Patton, is that his name? With the
Robert, yeah.
would your ad read get enough back using the promo code?
Yeah.
And he goes, once it's back, I can do another ad read. If it doesn't, I just can't.
Yeah.
But I don't care what you say.
No, he's been good. He's been good.
Yeah. The one I lost that was the worst was the one I remembered actually was Blue Chew. I was doing a podcast with Adrian Appalucci.
Yeah. But people have said the worst stuff about Blue Chew. Blue Chew was so good too that it became like a hacky joke that's constantly just being brought up on podcasts.
Because they were like, go for it, be as dark as you want, be as dirty.
Yeah.
We know who we are. We like podcasts. Go for it. And Adrian did a podcast about dogs. And then I was like, hey guys, you love your dog. And the best way to connect with anything you love is to have sex with it. The problem is you're not sexually attracted to dogs, but you want to connect. So how do you keep a boner? Well, Blue Chew's there. Blue Chew to get to the point where you can connect your dog in a way you never thought possible. And then they're like, this is bestiality. You're promoting bestiality. And you want to be like, well, I'm actually not trying. Like, then you can't explain to someone what humor is.
Their product is to get you hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
That what you do with that erection has nothing to do with their.
Not your concern.
I'm not saying that their product is bad. I'm saying it's actually so good.
Yeah. I could be able to say, what fuck children. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You paid me to make it fucking, so they're like, we want to be done with it. And they were like, you got to take that down. That was when I was like, no, I will not. People were liking it. And that's now content that you're not paying me for. So fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would take them again as a sponsor, but again, it'd be like, hey, you can't tell them what to say and you have to pay no matter what.
That's fair.
Yeah. Because I don't want to, I hate them when they come in. It's like, wow, we didn't like that. It's like, fuck off. Then don't renew.
Yeah.
But I did your fucking ad read. You can't, they all try to cheap out on us. I go like, well, we're not saying it. Can you do half price or we don't want to pay you? Can you make it up for it? It's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
Get a deal. This is fucking Wild West out here.
Yeah. I'm in a position to. I genuinely can't afford to lose these guys. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll sell anything. I will. I don't give a fuck. Do who we advertise? I can't say it now. We'll save it for the Patreon. But I think I opened with it. I was like, I don't think any of you guys are going to buy this, but here we go.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they're trying to be like if I'm trying to sell Ferraris. Like everyone that listens to this is a fucking heroin now.
Yeah, it's like you're wrong.
It's like, dude, you need like needles or something. That'd be a good one.
Yeah,
needles
I get lots of drugs,
sort of local
kratom and fucking
heroin,
lychee, shit like that. Any CBD,
sad stuff.
Yeah,
it's always sad stuff
for sad people.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like maybe a dating app for ugly people or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe some way to eat in bed because you can't get out.
Yeah. Some sort of discount on Wendy's. Some sort of like an app that gets you leftover Wendy's.
Liposuction.
Liposuction.
Depression medication is a good one.
Liposuction is too expensive though.
Oh, good point. Good point. Good point.
Liposuction is pricey. That's a rich cunt thing.
Yeah. Maybe someone to kill your wife. A service that'll kill your wife for you.
Yeah, bricktothehead.com.
Yeah, bricktothehead.com.
That's a solid.
Yeah. And now, if you order now with promo code Irish, you also get a fucking cousin.
Alibi.net.
Yeah.
Are you in a spot of bother? Do you need an alibi? Yeah, these are all the type of stuff that people would like to.
Yeah.
But you never know. Sometimes they buy this shit.
Yeah, sure. Otherwise, I won't do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, will we get up? Did you give a fuck about this? Justin Bieber's face stopped working. Justin Bieber.
Wait, let me ask you a question before you start. Do you give a fuck about it, or is it just a pop culture thing that you're trying to glom onto?
It's usually just a jumping point, and then we don't even start there, which is annoying because when I got to clip it, it's like it makes sense that it's like a Justin Bieber bit, but then it's like usually it turns into a conversation about donkeys or something. But
He's
look,
a gorgeous man. I saw him play live once
yeah, you like him?
in Iceland. No, so you got to be like anyone you don't like. You know, Big J Oakerson. You know him?
Yeah,
Yeah. He took me to see Korn once. He's like friends with Korn. He went on tour with them.
yeah.
And he's like, let's go see him. And I was like, you know what? I didn't have any plans that day. And it was like, free ticket. Sure. It's not my kind of music at all. And it's still not my kind of music. But after you see them, you're like, well, they're still passionate about what they're playing. They're into it, you know, which like Smashing Pumpkins was not. They were like, let's just get through this. And it was like, oh, that's not the way to do it. You know, but Korn was passionate. It's still not my kind of music, but I can appreciate it on a fucking performance level where I'm like, you guys like what you're doing here. So I'm behind it. So I was playing Iceland. My friend Ari Shaffir was open for me, and the promoter was like, hey, Bieber's here tomorrow, and we're promoting his show. He's playing to 10% of the country.
Yeah. Iceland's nuts. When they were in the World Cup, half the population left. There was like 200,000 people left. They had to just shut the whole.
Yeah.
There's no one there. It's just an isolated island. Yeah.
I did that. I did that at my
Vikings?
after the intermission. And I was like, I just went out and I did it like that. And they all started doing it. I was like, that's so cool. And then Ari was like, just so you know, it's like the hacky thing here now.
Oh,
like,
it is. Everyone shows up and goes,
yeah, they all started doing it because like bankers do it.
No.
Car dealership, they do it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it. It is fun. That's so much fun.
It is fun. Yeah.
The Iceland fans are nuts. They do the Viking. I don't know what they call it, the Viking clap.
Yeah.
And they go, and there's a big like,
yeah, it was pretty fun though.
Yeah.
I had 1% of the population come to my show.
Wow.
No, 1/10 of 1%. No, how much was it? 400,000 people there? 4,000? I had 400. So 0.1%.
That's where they all have the app, right? To make sure they're not cousins before they fuck each other.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's one of those isolated places.
So we went to see Bieber. And I'm like, okay, listen, he's pop music.
Yeah.
Disco-ish, modern disco. And I'm like, it's not going to be my thing. But he is one of the most dynamic performers in the world. So like, I've got to appreciate on that level. God, he was fucking boring.
He's boring?
Yeah. Paint by numbers.
Oh, wow.
The light show was better than he was. The stage was better than he was. At some point, he goes, hey, guys, you like merch? I got merch over there. I'll show up, buy some merch. And it was like, he's just a product.
Yeah.
He's not even a human there anymore.
Yeah. It's, you know, I do feel sorry in some part to me for people like that. You know, he was like, he had it all by the time he was 16. And everyone used to do all these articles. Like he would speed somewhere. He would be like caught speeding, doing 15.
He pissed in that mop bucket, you know.
I should not notice.
I should know it, right? Exactly. It's normal. He was 19, 20. He's like, that's normal fucking frat shit. And also, he pissed in the bucket.
You're 52 years old.
He didn't
your
piss
balls
on the floor.
Like,
he didn't piss on the floor. He pissed in the bucket. He helped anybody.
Then he said, fuck Bill Clinton.
Did he?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
He pissed in a bucket and goes, fuck Bill Clinton and fell over drunk. But here's the thing is like, he's genuinely been worth like over $100 million since he's been 19 or something fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's, if I had $20,000 now.
So he's paralyzed now?
He's paralyzed on the left side of his face. He has a very rare disease.
What, Bell's palsy?
No, it's not.
Ramsay Hunt syndrome.
Yeah, it's the first time I ever heard of it.
What is that? He gets from eating young children's blood? 28? He's 28 now?
He's only 28
God
now.
damn, he should be breaking right now.
He's already done though. He broke, he's finished, he's married, he's married to some supermodel, one of the Baldwin, is it? Yeah. Haley Baldwin?
Is he gonna that'll last.
The
they really love each other.
The father-in-law was Alec Baldwin, known murderer. Her uncle is Alec Baldwin. Oh, who's her dad then? The other Baldwin?
Billy Baldwin?
Oh, is it really? Oh,
The one in Usual Suspects, whoever that one is.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, he has this bullshit around the side. But this is an important part. The problem.
Pick something up.
At one point there'll be something. No, let me just. All right, do an ad read or something again.
How many ads do you get?
Normally 2 if I'm lucky.
2. I get 2.
If I'm
I
lucky.
usually max it at 2. 3 is already like too much.
You
Some
max
people
it?
do like 5. I'm like, what are you doing?
Listen, if I could, I would.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know, but you've got money.
Yeah.
You've already.
It's so funny. You talk to like Ryan Loggers. I'm like, do you have this much? Do you have like? I'm like, no, I don't have nearly that much. He goes, what? How do I have that much? I'm like, I don't know. I limit.
Yeah, no, Ryan. Yeah,
I
Ryan's.
don't cash in like you guys do.
I'd love to have that level
Yeah.
someday. So support the Patreon, guys, so then I don't have to shill shit. No more shilling.
Do you have a number if you get to on Patreon that you'll take no ads?
No, but I could do that.
I did it. I said if I get 5,000 people on my Patreon, I'll stop doing ads. And then I said actually, unless somebody gives me like a massive ad,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, then I gotta do. Or I'll go like one episode a month. We'll have ads because you guys got me, and I never got above like 1,200. I'm still always right around 1,000.
Yeah, I set my Patreon to 1,000 people. I'll quit my day job. And we're at like 400 now, which has been consistent for like a year.
Yeah, it's so hard to like start.
Well, it was
going
the goals are good when it's like going like that, and then I'm like, all right, here's the goal, and then it just like
yeah, and then it's like, well, I'm not at the number I want, so now I'm like, ugh, I barely want to do it. You know?
Well, you could always just do adless for the Patreon.
No, I do that.
You already do that?
Yeah,
Oh, you already do that?
you do ads on the Patreon.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but the free episode.
Patreon doesn't have ads; they're paying for it.
No, Patreon does not have ads.
Right.
But I'm saying you could release the free episode that does have ads, adless on your Patreon.
Oh, I could do it ahead of time. Yeah,
That's how some people do. But you know,
yeah. Then you got to go listen on there.
yeah.
Whatever.
Then you're.
I try to make my ads fun. I try to make it so it's also
a little bit of fucking rape, a little bit of
little
whatever.
rape, little butt, rape fucking dogs.
Still, the standards, the top,
Yeah.
the top 3. So tell us now when you're hanging out with
Does it look
Joe.
like a spider bite to you?
Show me. Let me see.
Look at this. I'll give you the finger through my balls.
It's crazy. I have a cyst. Do you want to see my nuts? Because I got like a
It's
cyst
disgusting. No.
or something. Let me show you if I can get this. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see that?
Oh yeah, dude.
What is that?
It's called the genital wart.
It's not a wart.
Genital wart.
Is it?
Yeah. Let me see again. For real.
Legit.
Put it less taut. I won't touch it.
It's been there for fucking like a year or 2.
Yeah,
I
you
think
got a genital wart.
it's no way. Just
Yeah.
one singular wart.
Mm-hmm.
Only on my nut. Nowhere else.
That's where you had contact with someone else who had genital warts.
Nah, I would have had that shit a long time ago. I've been around the block, dude.
So what do you think? You're immune?
I think I'm immune to genital warts.
Did you have shot?
Yeah, no, but I used to have warts on my hands and stuff, and I just ripped them all off, and then
Rip that one off. It's a nail clipper. That's what Big J
that's,
did.
That's
Nail
what I'm thinking of
clipper.
doing.
Yeah.
Should we do it live on there? You cut my nuts off. Fucking, would you do it?
Ugh, no,
You wouldn't. I have a nail clippers here somewhere.
I would not. That's something you got to do yourself. Oh,
Yo,
big
not
scissors.
the scissor. No.
Just chop the
No,
whole
what
dick
I'm
off.
thinking of
It's
doing
easier.
is here's what I'm thinking of doing, getting a pliers, right? So I can, so it's this white lump on my.
Have you tried to pop it?
I've tried to pop it, doesn't work. I've gotten my girlfriend to poke it with a fucking
Pin?
nothing happens. So I'm thinking what I got to do is I got to pin it with like a pliers. So it's really,
So it's up.
it's as tight
It's
as it
up
can.
high,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I'll get a fucking razor blade, cut it, and it should like, it'll either squirt or just pop.
You go to the doctor ever?
No,
Oh, I was
I'm
gonna
fucking
say.
not gay. This is how you get stories by being
Ugh.
performing
Yeah.
on yourself. Do you ever do any home surgeries? You can get that off the screen now.
Get off the fucking screen.
Get it off
Is
here.
he ever going to get better, Bieber?
They say it's tough to recover. But
Why do these
he
people
has
always
to-
go? Why? It's like they still trying to cash in off any fucking hardship. It's still like in this commodity that we have, this culture we have of likes being of value. It's like there's nothing you wouldn't do to like cash in. I showed a video on my Instagram of something that looked exactly like my dog. I mean, it looked exactly like my dog getting fucking eaten by an alligator. It was the same spots, same collar,
Yeah.
and it just looks dark. And this is pandemic, this epidemic of dogs. You know, when they see an animal they don't like, they bark at it to try to make it go away. But they do that for alligators too, and alligators don't care about dog barks.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they're just like, "Rah, rah, rah," and this alligator's coming closer, and it's like, I don't
It's like
care
it's not even
about
moving.
the noise you're making. And then it goes up and fucking grabs it, pulls it in. They beat it off. The dog swims. It's probably pretty hurt. It got a fucking. I think it's a baby alligator, but it looks exactly like a dog. And I was just like, hey, I'm here. I was in Jacksonville. I had the video for forever. It was up from Nature's Metal. And then I was like, I'm in Jacksonville, Ben. It's okay, but I got my shows going. You know, it'll be okay. And then people were like, oh my God, all right. People were texting me like, are you okay? Even Sal texted me. I'm like, do you think I would show a video of my dog being hurt to a bunch of strangers? And he was like, yeah, I guess that's the world we're living in, where that's become normal.
Yeah.
Like if you had a video of like your dad being hit by a car, you would post it. You'd be like, hey, he's all right. And it's like, well, I got the video. Like, that's the way we think now.
And then, have some music like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Here's my dad getting run over.
Yeah, or
by
a video
bus.
of you crying. How many people do that? Video of them crying
That's
while
crazy.
they're holding a thing. It's like, well, you can just put it down and not cry. But like, you want to have the cry. Ugh, we're in a trash society. We're doomed.
Yeah. I do have one video of me crying that wasn't intentional.
Mhm.
I did DMT, and whatever happened in there, I came out very, very, very sad.
That's fun.
Okay, but I had recording because, you know.
Yeah, you're making fun of it later. Like, look at this fucking idiot.
Well, I've just cried for 30 minutes. It's the worst. It's because I thought it'd be fun
and
to
then
be
you
like,
recorded it?
no, I had the recording because I wanted to talk about what I saw. Because I always forget what I see.
Right.
And if you got to say it like it's a dream, otherwise you'll start to
It'll
forget
be gone.
it.
Yeah.
So the whole point is the camera's set up. I'm fucking gone. I'm listening to like the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly soundtrack or whatever. And I come out of it and I go, oh, I just feel really sad. And then I start crying. And it's just like 30 minutes of me going, I just turn it off. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly is fucking super for psychedelic music.
Interesting.
All that type of stuff. Hoo ha. Dum boom boom boom. Hoo ha. It's great to get tripping balls on that.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I do have this video at home of me just 30
Yeah,
minutes.
but you're
of me.
mocking yourself.
If I
By posting, you're mocking
if I was to
yourself.
release, I
You're
go,
not
look at
you're
me
not
being an
promoting
idiot.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't take out the camera while I'm crying. Quick.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. People like don't even understand why it's wrong. They're so in that world. They're like, what? Why wouldn't I post? I want to show people how emotional I was. Because you're lying about you weren't that emotional. You know you're crying. So you stop to show yourself crying. I get to the video, it looks like you're crying, but to real life, you're crying at your phone.
Yeah.
While you know you're being recorded.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing at all.
I've seen videos of what's going on. Did we lose focus on his nuts?
Come so far, it's like focused down.
That'd be great if you were just naturally blurred out too.
Yeah.
I've seen people on vlogs do this thing where they'll record it and it's like the alarm goes off and they're like, oh.
Like, yeah, it's like no.
We know you were. Wait, what?
You said it. Oh, you just recorded all night. You were just recording for 9 hours, and then you like edited.
And then you woke up like with your makeup on, going, oh, okay, today's the day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's so funny. That's why I like doing the thing where you're holding your phone, like recording yourself, and you're just like, oh, hi guys. It's like you're making fun of it. You know?
For sure.
You're just on the shitter, like, oh, didn't see you there.
Yeah,
like didn't see who there.
As much as I make fun of it all, I'm in it. I'm already in it.
Well, the problem is, even if you try to resist it, you live in a world where that is the norm. So that
I've been doing it forever.
Right.
I got my first phone when I was 10, maybe. Gone
really?
All that type of stuff. Well, you were probably what? 30 fucking 6?
Something like that.
You used to have a flip phone for a while, right?
I'm going back to it.
That's another Jew thing.
I had to plan the special. That is a Jew thing.
Can I ask you?
Hasidic Jew thing.
Hasidic Jews in Williamsburg, they're always scurrying around. They scurry. A lot of scurry.
Like cockroaches, you said.
I
Cancel
don't
him. Let's go to a break for the commercial for cancel culture.
Yeah,
guys, if you're looking to cancel someone, why not Colum? Colum Tyrrell, stepping over the line since 1997. Let's get rid of him right now before he does worse things. Let's find out some other project he's related to that has nothing to do with the thing you're mad about and get that taken down.
Yeah. So why do you have a flip phone?
Back to the episode. It's too much. I used to have one that I got back on to promote. They're always trying to pull you in. I got like 5 years without one.
Yeah. But why do Jews have...
Oh, because there's nothing on the internet for them. They don't need the internet.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
It's because they don't want the apps.
No.
But they need a flip phone.
I mean, it's really a Bertelsmann. It's a waste of time. It's like, and so why do a waste of time thing? They also don't have Netflix subscriptions.
So they don't like wasting money and they don't like wasting time?
Yeah. So they have a fucking flip phone.
Is that why they all dress the same? like the way Bill Gates or whoever was like, I'll just dress the same every day, so then I don't have to waste that mental energy. And Jews are like that with their big caps.
Well, what you'll see is a lot of times, not just that, but in like Bed-Stuy, you'll see like a family will have like 2 girls, let's say 2 daughters. One will be 14, one will be 12, and they'll both wear the exact same dress. Then some other family, daughters, 14 and 12, or 13 and 11, 8 and 6, and they'll have the exact same, different dress than the first one, but the exact same dress on that family. The own family members have the same dress, and the different family members have a different dress, but the same ones for them. And I couldn't figure out what that was for the longest time until I did figure it out.
What is it?
2-for-1 sales.
So they would pair up people in like sizes.
They're like, all right, we'll take 2 of these. It works.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're not like, well, I look like,
Oh, me and her were in the
Perry.
same- Yeah. Oh, is that the
I
name?
look like Miriam.
Perry?
Yeah.
Oof. And is there
It's flour.
is there inbreeding going on with these people?
Yeah.
Are you Hasidic Jew?
No.
What are you? What type of Jew are you?
No,
What were you growing up?
Orthodox.
Orthodox. So what's
Yeah.
the difference there? Is this
Modern
like,
Orthodox. We wear a yarmulke, the little frisbee doily.
yeah, but
but
loads of people wear them. Like regular Jews wear them.
Yeah, that's Orthodox Jews. But
Oh.
Reformed and conservative Jews would not wear those. They wouldn't wear nothing.
They would never wear nothing.
They wouldn't. They just don't wear anything.
Oh, okay.
The Orthodox Jews, like their religion, they can't have non-kosher. They go to synagogue, every day.
Okay, and
Pray 3 times a day.
Hasidic Jews are like the most Jewish.
They're also, it's cultural to where they're like separatist. They like would only have their own community. They're not interested in going out of the community. They'll sell diamonds and shit and jewelry to non-Jews. If they have a pizza shop, they'll sell to non-Jews, but they're like, they only want to do business with Jews. And like, yeah, so we have a grocery store in Bed-Stuy. It's a good area. I think that's Satmar Jews. Anyone can go in and buy anything, but like they have the communities centered around the synagogue, and they're only interested in other Jews.
And would you find them annoying? Like, would you like just those type of Jews? Are they like to you still? You're like, come on, man.
No, it's almost like it's their own city. The only thing I find annoying is that they're bad drivers, and the reason they're bad drivers is not because they're like Asian where they can't see or whatever. It's because they don't care about non-Jews.
They don't follow
So they
the
will
laws.
run a soft red light because they're like, what's
Dude.
going to happen? I might hit a non-Jew.
I've seen a fucking guy parallel park a school bus in the middle of a crosswalk.
Yeah, and they're
then
like,
just go,
"Get out,
see you,
beat
good
it,
luck,
move."
yo, sorry,
Yeah.
pigeons or whatever
Yeah.
they call us.
Yeah,
Whatever, white pigeon.
yeah.
That's what someone told me. They look at us like pigeons, and I'm always like,
That's me. That's my joke.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cut it, clip it. When's the special coming out? Like,
I don't know. I just recorded it fucking 2 days
How'd it
ago.
go?
3 days ago. Great.
Sick. I
Yeah.
wanted to go, but I've got spots.
First 2 shows, first show Saturday, first show Sunday were like fucking killer ones. And then the late shows were like pretty fucking hot in there. Physically hot. So I got enough pickup stuff, but from between 2 shows, that's all I needed.
Yeah. You
And
got
then the
it.
other stuff is like enough we can like, if it's a word choice I want to use from those 2 shows, that's fine.
Yeah.
Really, most times when you have 2 tapings in one night, you're looking for like a good set and a great set. That's a solid one.
Yeah.
And I got 2 great sets and then like 2 other like pretty good ones.
Nice.
So there's enough to choose from.
Think it's your best special ever?
Yeah, and my next one will not be as good.
And what's your worst special so far?
Probably my first one.
That's fair.
One that's up on YouTube right now. The one I have rights to.
Was that called Live at the Comedy Store or something?
No. Comedy Store was later. It was Comedy Central. They own that. No one will ever see it. I might re-record it.
Like Taylor Swift?
Yeah, exactly. No one will ever see it. It's gone on
So
their fucking Viacom website. It's
Okay.
and it's like I could just do it again, and I will.
Just go to
Same thing with the Netflix one. I'm just going to re-record it. They won't put it on Spotify. I'll just re-record. I'll just take like a month, go over the bits, just re-record it.
Yeah.
It's keep
Would you
talking
be
about the
able to-
algorithm,
do you
but the
think
only way you can find my special, even on Netflix, is if you type in my full name.
Your shadow ban on
No, it's not that. But it's like when that Kobe thing happened, it became like, oh, you might like that. Like then people are Googling me. It's tied to
Oh.
Google searches. So unless I go on a mass murder spree,
Yeah.
or when this one comes out, my Netflix one will pop up for a little bit, but then it'll be gone again, and it never gets suggested to anybody.
Yeah.
Their algorithm thing is a fucking scam. It's like, oh, you're after Tom Segura, you have similar styles. I'm like, yeah, so does Bill Burr, and D'Elia and Kreischer. Like, why would mine be the one they suggest? It's like, oh, it won't.
So how would you re-record that? Would you do that word for word or kind of like a modern like?
Yeah, I just modern it. I would just like do it again, but it's not word for word like Shakespeare anyway. So
Yeah.
it's just like I'll just do the bits.
Yeah.
I'll just redo the bits. It doesn't have to be the same order. That wasn't in any specific order.
And he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same bits. But then surely you've grown as a comic too, so you're just like, I get.
Yeah, some of them
you'll
like,
end up just.
some of them I probably can't do. I'm like that. Some of it's probably time related too.
It's probably hacky now too.
Yeah,
because
Tinder. I was like, I had a whole bit about it. Tinder. I was like, this is tail end of when I can do anything about Tinder. Now Tinder's like people don't even use it.
Yeah, but
you would change it to a dating app.
But you could also play around with it. Go like, listen, I'm re-recording my 2000, and then it's funny because it's like a time capsule.
I can make jokes about it too.
And then you go, I fucking hope Trump doesn't become president.
Yeah,
come on now.
Yeah, Mulaney did. I think it was Mulaney did. I think it was him did the wedding speech for my buddy Dan Mintz, and he was like, "Hey Dan, when you start dating your girlfriend, I wrote this a year ago because I knew you'd get married. So here's the wedding speech." And it was just like it was just all references from a year ago. He didn't write it a year ago, but he goes, he goes, "Your love is as sure as Whitney Cummings will never be a star." It was all stuff that didn't that he thought would happen. It didn't.
That's great.
Yeah, it was just like a hilarious speech.
John Mulaney's in the bad books nowadays, is he? What happened?
Nah,
he was
he's still great.
No, I think the TikTok people don't like him anymore.
A few people don't like him because they can get hits off not liking him, but they actually still do quite like him.
No.
I'm so sick of these stories. Like, people are mad at John Mulaney for letting Dave Chappelle.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Here's the actual story.
Okay.
Let's say it played to 5,000 people.
Yeah.
That's probably about what he plays to.
Yeah.
He played to 5,000 people. The story is 4,978 people were super stoked that Dave Chappelle went up unannounced.
Yeah.
And then the story anybody posted was 22 people are upset. That's not the story. It's Michael Jordan goes 15 of 18 for 39 points.
Yeah.
And then the internet story is Jordan misses 3 shots, takes 3 questionable shots. That's not the story. They're only showing you the story that's not the real one. And so then everybody's weighing in. It's like, well, I heard people are upset. It's like, yeah, that's what you heard because that's what they're showing you, but that's actually not what's happening. And then everyone weighs in on that fake story and be like, well, if people are upset, you got to do this. And like, but they're not upset. It's all based on a nothing thing. And then we're all weighing in. And then Mulaney's like, listen, guys, I'm sorry you're upset. But they're not upset. And of those 22 people that are upset, legitimately half of them are going, I think this is the angle I'm supposed to take here.
Yeah.
You remember those Amazing Racist videos they did? So I would get some angry stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
And then someone's like, you're a fucking asshole for saying that. Like, and I was like, hey, or for doing that, I was like, they're just fucking paid actors, right? We just faked it. It's just early in it. And then they're like, oh, really? Oh my God. Well, I have to admit, this is what one of them responded. Well, I did find it funny at first. And I'm like, so your natural instinct was you found it funny. And then you said, I hope I die. So your actual reaction was, I actually quite like this. But your public reaction is, fuck this guy, I hope he dies. That's not your real reaction. So of 22 people out of 5,000, maybe 8 were like, I didn't like Chappelle one up.
Yeah.
But if he put me up, if he put fucking, I don't know, whoever, they're all like, I'm not the fan, If he put Patton Oswalt up, they'd be like, I like this old stuff better.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we talking about? That's what journalism is, just misleading the truth. You got to stop fucking weighing in on all that shit. No, everybody loves Mulaney. He's great. He's a great comic, a great person.
He left his wife for a younger girl.
Yeah, noise.
I know. He should be on our side.
No, his mistake was...
I always hated that these fucking queers had him.
An out of her prime Olivia Munn and knocking her up, just making her... She was right at the edge of being like not hot anymore. And then he ensured it's going to happen by sticking a fucking body-destroying fucking organism inside of her. That's a mistake. God damn, why would you take a piece of artwork and just shove it in the back of your car?
Yeah.
And let it get fucking sun damage?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ugh. She was perfect. You don't knock that up. How dare you, John Mulaney? You're going to see a fucking old hag in 3 years. And he's got to answer for that.
Clip it, Instagram. Do you ever hear this story? And it will upset me if it's not true because I love it. It's like a comedy story, and I've always said this about John Mulaney. He's like, if he wasn't such a goody two shoes, I think he'd be up there as one of my favorite comics.
He's not a goody two shoes.
No, but like, okay. On stage, what he does is more of a goody two shoes act, right?
Smart. He just talks like a gay wad.
Yeah,
but he's not a goody two. He's not. It's not even like Pete Lee, who's like, oh shucks. He's not even that. He's just doing smart material about the Civil War and shit.
Yeah, but there is a lack of grit.
Because he wears a suit and stuff, you think he's a nerd. But he's been a fucking drug addict for a long time.
No, but he never tells you those stories on stage. It's always just like but I always selfishly was like, I hope he relapses, and then we get to see him just come out and be like Doug Stanhope-esque, and just like fuck, whatever, because he'd be amazing.
It'd be cool.
Yeah, but he never did that. He just did SNL again, like normal. He was relapsing, and he was on SNL, and it just seemed like exactly.
He can handle it because it's just fucking coke. Relax.
That's gay. Yeah, but
just like I'm doing it too much.
Someone told me a story about Fluffy. And
Gabriel.
Yes.
Iglesias. What did they tell you? What did they tell you?
That, Crystal, squeaky clean comic. He was going through a divorce, and he was drinking a lot or something. And he showed up one night, fucking hammered at the Ice House, I believe. And he did like an hour, and it was like horrible, dirty stuff. It was like all aggressive. He was like calling women cunts, all sorts of stuff. And it was like apparently one of this like half the room left, but it was like amazing to watch if you're a comic. Yeah. And then he just went back to being a normal, clean comic.
I think he was going to do my storytelling show. He was trying to fit it into a schedule, and he had a story that is like not his normal thing. And he goes, "This will be a place I can do it because it's not my crowd." Yeah. So because he has fucking 10-year-olds coming to his show. And so at some point you're like, well, I can't really do.
It's an LA comic.
It's weird. It's weird. No, it's not LA. It's a family friendly comic. Okay. It's not that it's LA. You know, I'm an LA comic. It's like,
Dalia.
Dalia's an LA comic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like you can't bring kids to those shows.
Flip it.
I didn't mean it that way. God damn it. I did not mean it that way.
Oh, he walked into that one. He smashed his face off the glass right there, dude. Great.
I didn't mean it that way. You ever luck into a joke? You say something and people laugh. I'm like, well, oh yeah, I guess that would be funny.
Yeah.
I didn't mean,
Yeah, I've stopped sets going, why was that funny?
Why'd you all laugh?
Yeah, because then again,
like, can I repeat that? What did I say there? Yeah, so, but it's like those guys want to do that stuff. They're just like,
they've just chosen to be whatever. Yeah.
I get it. It's a lot of money made.
Are you ever going to do your storytelling show just as like a YouTube series, or no? You think it was done? You're still touring with it, or not touring with it?
I do it once in a while.
You pop it up every
I pop it up once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, well, we own the name. Like, fucking guys, you're not going to stop me from doing this live show I've been doing for fucking 12 years. Yeah. So I just changed the name to Ari Shaffir's Reading.
You call it anything.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like people whatever.
Know. Yeah.
Oh, what a fun time.
Yeah, that was the only show I ever wanted to do. Actually.
Yeah, we want to get it going again. At this point, now that I'm done with the special, I'll probably concentrate on like how can I get that show going again
on TV or somewhere on a
figure
platform.
it out later. Same shit. At this point, it's too easy to do, to film stuff.
Yeah,
and all the people that, I mean, sort of that I helped become stars have become stars. Yeah, I helped in just a small way, but they're all doing way better. So it's like
Lil Rel for me. That was the first time I saw him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lil Rel's great. Yeah. And so it's like these guys are far bigger now. Rel got big because of the movies.
Yeah.
But and so now it's like way easier to do, and it's also like they have fond memories of it.
Yeah.
So if I started again now, I couldn't get like a Tom Segura to do it, but now he'd be like, oh yeah, I'll do that show again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. And then even didn't you have music from fucking Killer Mike? What's the name of that band?
Run the
Jewels.
Yeah.
Didn't you have Run the Jewels?
We got right before they broke.
Yeah, that was
producer found. It's like, I think this is a cool song.
Yeah, because I was listening to their back catalog recently, and then I was like, holy shit, that's fucking Ari's fucking thing.
Yeah.
That was a fucking good show, man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, we just like really protected the comics. Like, do whatever you want. If you try a joke doesn't work, we'll cut it out. But don't worry about time. Just fucking do your fun story.
Yeah.
Do it like we did the live show. Yeah. Like, how long are sets? I'm like 5 to 15.
Who do you regret having on the show?
Having on?
Yeah.
There was a couple people that I got for diversity that I eventually got worn down.
Name names. Joey Diaz.
Yeah, Joey Diaz, Kreischer. There's some whites before we got anybody. I was like, we need some whites.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, why did I even do that? I was going to end up getting whites anyway. No, there was a couple where you have these meetings and you're like, and I do want it to be a little diverse.
It has to be.
Not just like for color, but also like I want an Irish person. I want like a poor person, a rich person, and like, diversity of what do they call it? Diversity of
thought. No.
Yeah.
Ideas,
story,
opinions.
diversity of
even styles for me with comedy. You don't want
exactly. And so like the reality is like Ali Sadiq is a lot closer to Jim Jeffries than I am to Jim Jeffries.
Yeah.
It's just like fucking whatever, addict shit, like whatever. Diversity of experience. That's it.
Yeah.
But chances are the black people are gonna have more prison stories than the white people.
They're on just different side of the bars.
Yeah. And then sometimes we had to look hard to get diversity, like Miss Pat and Ali. That's a good example. But like they just weren't available in LA and New York. So you had to like work a little harder to find them.
Because they're too busy.
No, they just weren't. Right. They're too busy. Exactly. We tried to get Nikki Glaser a bunch of times. Like, hey, and she goes, I'm doing stuff right now. So then it's like, well, how far down do you have to go?
We just had this conversation where that's like, even at the lowest level, when we ran bar shows, everyone like, you need women on the show. It's like, but anyone that
show me where
any woman that's halfway good is already
they
gone.
Kids in the hall. They're like, why don't you have a woman on? Like, we've had many women on. They keep getting development deals and moving on past us. So eventually, we just start doing the women.
We can't afford one that fucking Sykes.
Right. And then it's also like, so then what you end up doing is a 20-year male comic, a 6-year female comic, and then another 20-year male comic.
Yeah.
And people at home go, women suck. And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
And the 6-year female comic, by the way, 2 years later, she's like, I don't want to do this show right now. Or the people are like, how come no women on it? Like a live show? I'm like, because Silverman canceled on me this morning. Like, I don't have to tell you, man. I'm not just going to get any woman. I need someone who can tell a story about hookers on fucking 6 hours notice. It's not that easy. We have a theme today.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
I did until you brought the woman up.
Yeah. So there's a couple where I'm like, they have a good life story. And I'm like, I hope they can do it. But it's at some point, it's like, fuck it. Maybe they can. I just got worn down. So there's a few that I made a mistake on. But I recognized it. And I was like, I just got to work harder next time. You're in these meetings, trying. And eventually like, I don't know, fine. Maybe they'll be good. Yeah. I do that with editing decisions too. At some point I'll get worn down. And then luckily my editor back then would go like, no, come on. We can get this right. We can make this seamless. I'm like, oh, thank you. You just need someone to help you through it in those moments. Nice. I was the guy doing it. So when I got worn down, it was tough. But there weren't many of those. There was 3, 4 calls that I was like, that was bad. And I knew it was bad. Now there were other ones that I was like, I think this guy will be good. And then he just kind of fucked off and didn't prepare. Yeah. But it was the right call on my part.
Yeah.
You know?
But you never know.
If I got Big J on, who's a great storyteller comic, and he just stayed up all night doing blow or something and then was off, like that's his fault. I did the right thing by booking him. Yeah. You know?
So you got loads of time now. You did the Jew hour. When it comes out, everyone will check it out.
Yeah.
It was really good. I saw it years ago.
Yeah.
Then a little something happened to your career. Let's not bring that up.
It's all over now. It's so funny now looking back on it.
Yeah, it is.
What are you guys even upset about? Because you're not feeling the emotion. That's another one. People like, you regret that. And I'm like, no, I have to. What do you mean? Something I found funny. You got to do that every time.
But is there a part of you go, I wish I didn't find it funny at the time, maybe?
No, I wish he had died 2 weeks later.
Yes,
there'd be no repercussions in my life. My tour was over already.
He
legitimately though, this hour.
He even fucked you on his deathbed, dude.
That's right. But people now think of me when they think of him. I own him.
Yeah, good.
It's great.
Yeah.
I own Laker fans in a way they never thought possible.
Yeah, they got fucking Ari Shaffir.
Yeah, I still get like, I'll never forget. I'm like, that's right, you won't. A perfectly timed fucking dig on my own Twitter account that you wouldn't even follow me, and you'll never forget me. Crushed it.
The first time I ever played the Comedy Cellar, because you were running that hour, and I showed up just to watch, and you were like, do you want to go up and thing? How did that go?
What, that night?
Do you remember me opening?
Yeah.
Was it bad?
It was bad.
It was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, you didn't do well.
Okay.
You didn't do terrible, but you didn't do well.
Yeah, that's fair.
How did you feel about it? Were you nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
was happy to give you the opportunity.
Thanks,
I know it's a big thing to be on a stage you've never been on.
Yeah.
And also like I was so good that I'm like they would forget you. You know.
Yeah,
I know my material will wash that taste out of their mouth.
Yeah. No, it wasn't bad. I don't think it was bad. I think it was fine, wasn't it? I know I bombed. I said something up top with a riff because they said something like they have an intro. It was like, welcome the world famous comics or something. And then I went, yeah, I'm the world famous comic. And no one laughed at all. Because I think they're just like, what? I don't know. And then I went and just did fucking jokes. Right. I went, well, fuck me.
Yeah. I think because you were doing some other show at the Underground. So like, do you want to take the Cellar? I'm like, yeah, I want to do an hour at the Cellar. I've never done that.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to do. But legitimately, the hour is far stronger for the time off.
Yeah.
It's a better hour now. And the set was better than the other set would have been.
So you won.
Yeah. It's a better product.
Good.
Yeah. The year plus without thinking about it, came back to it. I'm like, oh, this setup's too long. This doesn't quite make sense. This setup's too long.
Yeah. Yeah, because you lost some sort of an attachment.
And so you're seeing it fresh again. You're like, my friend calls them placeholders. This is too insider baseball. I think fans hate listening to
they do.
people talk about comedy, but they call them placeholders where you make a joke and it's just because like I'll think of a better joke later. But you just do one and then you do it again. You keep forgetting to think of it, and then eventually you've done it 30 times and you just forget you're supposed to get back to it and actually write a good joke.
Yeah,
they just get solidified, and then it's like. So I had some of those.
Yeah, placeholders. That's a good one. All right, and anything else going on in your life? I think we'll head over to Patreon. We're going to double up on Patreon, are we? We're going to double up on the Patreon.
Yeah,
we'll
do my Patreon and yours together.
Yeah, a little collab.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Who cares? Nobody
Yeah.
subscribes to both of ours. We have 1,400 people between us.
There's no.
We have a fucking eighth of
He goes,
the fucking.
you have 1,300 subscribers, dude. All right.
This is a story of Jordan. This guy was like a rookie or something, and Jordan went off for like 61 points, and he goes, "What did you think? Like you're a rookie." So he goes, "I'll always remember this is the day me and Jordan teamed up for 65 points."
Ari Shaffir, ladies and gentlemen, and come over to the patreon.com/ either Ari Shaffir or Colum Tyrrell for some sort of mix match. Real lazy afternoon. All right. Thank you guys, everyone.